and welcome to another video. Today is a very special video since I got sponsored to make a tablet review, guys. So this video was actually intended to be released around September this year, but due to circumstances like uni and stuff, I didn't get to actually record myself talking about my impressions about this product. So yes, in the middle of the year I actually got to receive a tablet from Huion himself to review this Inspiroy H580X model, a very budget-friendly tablet from their 10th anniversary release. I kind of procrastinated on this because yeah, the initial review did take a while, but here it is, and I really want to make my first review to be very detailed and also maybe something to spark on as, you know, my first product review, and I really want to see what I can do forward with these incoming tablet reviews. And also, as my first one, I really want to see if I can improve on it in the future as well. And with the unboxing all done, just, you know, the basics, the manuals, the tablet itself, the pen, and the instruction manual. Oh yeah, as I said already. Let's go down to the actual impressions that I have on this tablet with the time lapse. One of my favorite VTubers is actually Alicia Cotton. She's a Vietnamese VTuber, and I really love her videos and her actual design. It's super cute. Please check her out on YouTube, okay? So first of all are my overall impressions. Okay, so the pros. It's a very budget-friendly tablet. Actually, it comes with under $50. It's very suitable for newcomers who want to try out digital art because of its size, and it's actually a very decent product you can get for a price. Because I remember myself paying $100 for my first tablet, which was a Wacom Intuos. I don't actually have the tablet anymore to see if it's like to see the actual comparison, but I guess now I'm very happy that companies are making more opportunities for artists to get more budget-friendly tablets now. And like I said, it's extremely light and portable for its size, and at the same time not being too small actually. And I actually, like, before I recorded this drawing, I myself have brought this tablet along with me to many places, including my classrooms, since I not only work on illustrations but also some designs on Adobe Illustrator, on Lightroom, Photoshop as well. And I actually find this to be very convenient compared to my screen tablet I'm currently using. I think it's a very convenient thing to use along with Adobe Illustrator when you're doing a logo or something like that. So that's something that maybe graphic designers can also consider about. I really like the matte surface that it also comes with. I think it's something that people don't talk too much about, but I clearly remember my first impression when I first got my first tablet, the Wacom one. I was like, wow, this surface is so much fun to draw on. I love the sound that it makes. Like, I cannot shut up about that, really. And this just gave me that kind of nostalgic feeling when I touch my pen and just getting that really scratchy feeling. I don't get that as much with my current screen tablet anymore. But yeah, this just feels very nostalgic to it. Other than that, the unboxing was very convenient. Like you saw in the video, it only requires a USB cable to connect to the tablet itself. So, and the wires aren't actually like really much of a hassle, so I guess that's a really good thing. It also comes with 8 shortcut keys on the tablet and 2 on the pen, which I regularly prefer as the pen to one to be Ctrl-Z and the other one to be a color picker, like when I actually had to choose colors and anything like that. And one interesting is that you can also connect your tablet to Android phones to draw on apps like Procreate. To draw on apps like IBIS Paint and Clip Studio Paint Android, I guess. I haven't tried it myself, but I will maybe use these products in the future to talk about drawing on a phone in the future. also comes with a pen holder and extra nibs, which I personally have actually never used extra nibs. If you can't believe it or not, I actually never replaced my nibs, so I don't really know what to say about the nibs and everything like that. And that is all about the pros, and now I will go straight into the cons. I hope it's not a bit too nerve-wracking, but I do have a bit more things to talk about here, but also is related to my personal experience with how I usually approach choosing a drawing tablet specifically. So first of all, you can always expect a slight delay when drawing in small areas, like when I try to draw or write without zooming in, because I usually am used to a big drawing tablet and having such a big workspace, and also having the habit of zooming out on the drawing. I would also like to draw in like really small sizes, just so I can see the overall canvas, which is also the reason why I'm also kind of aiming to get a bigger tablet. I believe it's a common thing to expect in Huion's lower end products, because I feel like it's not as interactive as I used to use in comparison with my Huion Canvas 16. It doesn't have as good activation force. This is not to say that Huion is a bad tablet company, but you do get what you pay for. Actually, I'm writing another review that will be published soon that will compare two different tablets and different price points, and both of them are non-screen, and I was actually a bit stunned with how different it is. So I will always look forward to that as well. Speaking of initial activation force, I feel like I do need to press like on a bigger work surface, and both to need a higher initial activation, which is like when you press really lightly and quickly when you're drawing. And yeah, I feel like it's just not as interactive with what I'm used to with my current drawing tablet. And I think that also is a habit that I have when drawing, because I am used to working very lightly and quickly with my strokes. Maybe it's something that is actually quite obvious in my art style. It's a usual habit from when I'm used to doing gesture drawings, I guess. I would like my tablet I'm using to be really sensitive with the strokes I'm putting on, since they will if I'm drawing fast or slow, I'm pressing hard or not, it will affect a lot on how the final product will look like, right? So I try to work around with the tablet driver to find some improvements, like adjusting the pressure, but I think this is something from the product itself. I think maybe Huion tried to lower the price point, and that did result in the sensitivity and sorts of things that is not very suitable for what I usually work with. But I feel like this is just a very personal aspect that I have when using drawing tablets, to be honest, because I think there are other people who actually prefers it to be not as sensitive, because I've watched a lot of reviews and some people do say that they don't like it when it's a bit too a bit too easily activated, I guess. People do like to have like a bit of a pressure on their tablets so that their lines can be more consistent, I guess. Yeah, I do believe that even after I've talked to Huion, which has amazing customer service, actually, highly recommend. The problem is not from the pressure. It's not about like how hard you need to press for a specific size. It's about getting a brush stroke down the canvas. I feel like I personally prefer it to be a bit more sensitive, really. Another con, I guess, that I can say about this tablet is that it doesn't have a screen. I know this is very biased, and I do know that there are a lot of people who prefer non-screen tablets with a smaller work surface, but this is just what I'm used to because I'm used to years of drawing on a screen tablet. Because before my current Huion canvas, I actually use a Surface Book, which is also a screen tablet. So this is a bit out of my league. I actually have not used a non-screen tablet, I think, in 4 years actually. So trying to finish the illustration was actually harder than I expected, because the hand-eye coordination is really different from what I'm used to. Part of it is because of the of like me looking at my monitor and that me looking at the work surface that I have, because I personally use a 16-inch monitor and this is a very, very small tablet. So what I end up doing is trying to work with it, trying to get used to the size difference between the monitor and the tablet itself. Because, you know, when it's like, I would say it's math, because if the tablet is half the size of the monitor, then that means that you do one stroke on the tablet and it will come up double in size for the tablet. But I guess that is actually sort of a good thing, I guess, because sometimes that would also mean that you don't need to work your wrist as much. But since I'm personally not used to it, but I think if I do have enough time, it is very worthwhile to readjust myself to get used to the screen tablet. To this non-screen tablet, and I think it would actually maybe benefit on my wrist. But one final con that I would say is about the shortcut key. So I think that the shortcut key can be a bit softer to press, and you know, because I do prefer things that really have a delicate touch to it, and it's a bit hard to press on the shortcut keys because I'm a person who uses shortcut keys, and that is interesting to continue into my upcoming reviews, because I will be mentioning about how shortcut keys feel on tablets a lot. You know? But yeah, that's about it for the cons. It is my personal approach on what I do find in digital tablets, I guess, because I feel like what most of the cons that I've talked about is actually from personal experience and how I would kind of prefer having my digital drawing tablet would be. And I'm a bit of a fancy girl myself, so just take a grain of salt and watch some other reviews, because I feel like maybe some other people would prefer this kind of product. But yeah, I would love to continue on talking about these personal aspects like initial activation force, etc. on future drawing tablets, just so people can actually see what my preference is when I continue to dive into other products as well, which I do feel really, really grateful that I have the opportunity to actually work with so many products like that. Please, thank you. But with all and that above, I do feel like the Huion H580X is a great start for people in need of something that you can carry around easily and do not want to break their bank. Compared to my first tablet, which was generally the same deal, but I had to actually pay almost 3 times the amount that this tablet is worth. I think it is $40 or something. It was very hard for me to get used to it at first, with someone who's so used to screen tablet for 4 years. Well, I'm really nitpicky on smaller details that I've mentioned. It is due to the fact that I'm a fancy girl, like I mentioned myself. I do find this tablet to be more suitable for jobs that don't require as much accuracy or as much professionalism, I guess, in art, because I do really enjoy using this more than my usual tablet. when I'm at uni to work on maybe vector art on Illustrator, or to just switch up around when I want to edit photos on Lightroom or using Premiere, just switch around from using a mouse at all. Huion is doing a really amazing job. I'm really happy that tablets now, compared to when I started digital art, is much more accessible, really. I'd like to thank the opportunity again. Thank you so much, Huion, and thank you so much to everyone for waiting this review around. All information related to this product review, like notes, videos, links, etc., will be gathered on my highlights. Thank you so much, and please do consider to subscribe. I am really looking forward to making new content. Thank you.